Alright, so I've been wanting to do this for a while now. I want to talk about art books that every artist should have, or art books that along the line of them you should have. So I've gathered this pile here, and they just get progressively heavier as you go down. But don't worry, we're going to start with one that's not even a book, it's a graphic novel. But before we get into any of them, I just want to say a disclaimer that none of these books are sponsored in this video, and also that this is my opinion. I am not a art book professional person thing, but this is what I think, and they've helped me, and I want to help you. So here we go. This first book is called The Drawing Lesson, a graphic novel that teaches you how to draw. And it's by Mark Curley. I found this in a library when I was in middle school, so a long time ago. But it's basically this kid finds this girl who draws and wants her to give him art lessons. So she gives him art lessons, and it's like a story, a graphic novel. And at the end of each chapter, it says stuff like, now it's your turn. Try to do something like this and this. Gives advice and tips like in the story. It's super interesting, like first thing I've ever seen like that. But definitely really fun, and also if you don't like reading, instead you like comics, this would help. Like gives assignments at the end of each chapter. So yeah, that was good. Next up we just have comic books, which is something that not to just copy from, but to study from and study the stuff you like in it. And so something stands out to you, or you can try and copy things and learn from them. Just the comic books in general that you like. Next up is a book called Action Cartooning, and it may look just simple on the outside, but it's actually very good for learning to stylize and cartoonize things, and talks about proportions and faces and making different types of features and how they affect the character and all sorts of stuff. Very good book. Got a lot of necessary information. Next up is one of my favorites, Creating Characters by Draw with Jazza. Well, I guess he's just Jazza now. He was Draw with Jazza at the time. And there he is. This one is very good. It teaches you the whole character design process, each of the stages, and it teaches you styles and design and like what faces are like and what makes it more masculine or feminine, or head turnarounds and breaking down the body into simple shapes and just examples of designing characters. It's very good. I like it a ton. Definitely recommend it. This next one's a bit older, but it's still got some really good information in here. It's How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way by Stan Lee and John Buscema. I think that's how you pronounce that. He's the artist in the old Marvel comics. And it's got some really good information on drawing bodies, faces, perspective, and all stuff for making comics that you need. And just body types, and here how to draw a head, and panels, and like just the directing of it all. Very good. Next up is the Animator Survival Kit, and this one has got quite a lot of good stuff for animators. Still good stuff for just artists who aren't animators, like helping with stuff like walk cycles or all that, and angles and things, but especially for animators. If you're an animator, this is a need to have book. Very good, and lets you learn all the stuff you need to know for like stretching and squashing and animation principles and everything you need to know. Yeah. Next up is art books, and by that I mean get art books from your favorite artists, people who inspire you or you like their style. One of my inspirations is Jim Lee. He's a DC comic book artist. He's also done some Marvel stuff, but mostly DC. And so there's the Art of Jim Lee book, which I got and I love. And the thing is, you can have these to study from because it has so much of their art and so much to learn from and know, and it's very helpful to see and learn from your favorite artists and learn what you like about it, and just really cool to admire their art. Then finally, there are art of books. So this is kind of similar to the last one, except it's art of movies. So find movies you like, or even video games. I've got 3 of them right here. One of them is The Mitchells vs. the Machines. I love the art style in this, so I got this art of book from it. And it shows you the design behind it and the planning that went up to it and the character design and stuff all about the style, and you can learn from it, try redrawing things in it. Very interesting and very cool. Same thing goes for others. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Love the animation style and the artwork, and goes behind it in depth about character design and the story and what they were trying to do and different parts. You could try to study these poses or the way they designed or come up with these environments. And not just for movies, also video games. Spider-Man Miles Morales, a great video game. And I didn't even know they made this, but I found this at a Barnes & Noble. It's art of the game. Of the game. Well, that's why it's the game. But it's got all the more character design stuff. Lots of behind the scenes things. Very good. Definitely recommend it. Alright, so that pretty much wraps it up on the books that I think are necessary and really good. It's been a bit of a shorter video, but definitely a necessary one. And you don't have to get all of these books. I didn't just buy them all at once. Collected these over the years. But yeah, just overview ones that teach you well and things you're interested in, or art of books of your favorite artists. And I'll put links to all of these down in the description. But that's pretty much it for now. Make sure to subscribe, comment which one of these is your favorite if you know of any of these books, if there's any art books that you think are necessary. And share the video, and I hope you have a good day. I'll see you later. So heavy.